Hi and welcome to this live Forex strength and weakness table video. My name is John. I'll be taking you through the charts this Monday, the 10th of October. Here you can see on the screen we have two tables in front of us. One is the trend traders table, the other the day traders table. These are the same studies, just highlighting different time frames. Our trend traders table is the higher time frame and the day traders table is the lower time frame. You can see here some of the currencies are highlighted in green. That is showing us there is a confluence between the two time frames. So, what is the live Forex strength and weakness table showing us today? Well, it's showing us that the US dollar is S1 on both tables, showing us that the dollar remains fairly strong. We can also see that the yen is strong on the trend traders at S2, but S3 on the day traders. We have Kiwi as the weakest on the trend traders table, but at W3 on the day traders. And then we have Aussie in at W2 on the trend traders, but W1 on the day traders. The currencies highlighted in green are what we're going to be focusing on today in this video. So we're going to go and head over to the chart behind, and you can see that I've got Kiwi yen up at the moment. Now, we can see that price dropped below the 200 moving average there. If I actually just go down into a daily time frame, we see that price dropped below the 200 moving average, and we've consolidated pretty much after that point. We traded back towards the 83 handle. Price couldn't really close above that 83 handle on a daily time frame, showing us that really that buyers weren't really active above this zone. We did point out in a previous live Forex strength and weakness video the 84 spot 25 handle could have been an area where price found resistance. However, we did not meet that price, and price rejected, closed back below the 83 handle, which has then since price moved to the downside. Now, we are finding some support at the 81 handle and a longer term trend line support running through here. So if price was to break through this zone, that could offer opportunities to sellers to push prices down to the next key levels of interest. So you can see here the 80 handle, these previous swing lows through there. That could be an area of interest for price if we were to see a break and close below all these levels, all these supporting levels through here. If we were to trade below that, break through that 80 handle, then the next level of interest is going to be 76. So looking at opportunities, I would expect price to try and break to the downside here if the live Forex strength and weakness tables continue to show us that the New Zealand dollar is weak and that the yen is strong. If I just flip over to an 8-hour time frame, if we're looking at it from a lower time frame perspective and you are looking for those opportunities where sellers could re-enter the market, well, we could expect maybe a pullback into that 83 handle level where we saw lots of selling activity happen recently. So if price does push back to that level and we saw sellers interact with the market again, we could see opportunities to sell from that position through there, or sellers may be interested in pushing price lower from that point again. Bringing on the live Forex strength and weakness tables again, the next currency pair we're going to go over is Kiwi dollar. This tops the trend traders table. So let's go and head over to that currency pair. And we can see that very similar to Kiwi yen, we're approaching key areas of support. You can see that prices retesting a longer term trend line of support, and you can see here we have the 0 spot 55 handle as a level of interest for price to potentially retest. Now, in a previous live Forex strength and weakness video, we were talking about the decline on New Zealand US dollar, because if I actually bring in the rolling 30-day Forex strength and weakness tables and just scroll back, you can see that Kiwi dollar has been pretty much on our trend traders table for some time. You can see I'm going, let's go and scroll all the way back to when it wasn't featured that much. So let's just keep going. And you can see how long it's been on this here because the dollar's been so strong. Still Kiwi dollar, still Kiwi dollar. So we can see here, okay, here, Tuesday the 13th of September, we didn't have it on the trend traders. Wednesday the 14th of September, we did. So if I just highlight Wednesday the 14th of September. We're looking all the way back over here. Okay, and price has since moved 424 pips to the downside here. So we're expecting that to continue as it remained on the live forex strength and weakness tables. Now, very similar, like we said, price is finding support at these lows. But we did talk about the 0 spot 58 handle, which could have acted as support or resistance for price as price retested those previous lows through there. And you can see that we rejected it not just once, but twice before price broke back to the downside. So if you were looking for some short-term trading opportunities, we may expect price to come back into these recently broken lows, which is around about the 0 spot 56.75 handle. That area through there could act as resistance for price to continue down to the main key area, which is that 0 spot 55 handle. Going back to the live forex strength and weakness tables, then what else have the table shown us? Well, it shows us that the Australian dollar is weak, topping the chart on the day traders and coming in second on the trend traders. So we'll go take a look at Aussie versus the US dollar first before we move on to Aussie yen. So bringing up Aussie US dollar, what has price recently done? Well, price has recently broken into fresh lows below the 0 spot 63.60 handle. If I actually just bring in another level of interest, I'll just highlight it with the crosshair tool. You can see that the 0 spot 64 handle as well, nice psychological whole number there, acting as support, was broken through as well, and price has continued to press lower. That sentiment there shows us that we probably could see further downside in the market. Now, the next level of interest is going to be the 0 spot 6 handle, or 0 spot 6050, I should say. That handle there is going to be the next level of support for price. If I just go to a weekly time frame, you can see that we have this marked out here as an area of interest for price to potentially move to next. Now, according to that, we could see a continual drop of over 270 pips. So we'd like to see price continue to push to the downside. If I go to my 8-hour time frame, what could we expect? Well, price has broken through this area here, broken down through the minor supporting trend line here and that key low. So we could expect price to form a lower high before continuing to the downside. So we could maybe expect a retest of these previous structure lows around the 0 spot 64 handle or 0 spot 64.50 handle before seeing price continue to trade lower. Our final chart to look at then is going to be Aussie yen. We have spoke about Aussie yen previously in previous videos for opportunities to trade to the downside. So let's go take a look at Aussie yen. Now, I've highlighted the weekly chart here because we're coming into a crucial area of support, which we've highlighted here as 91 spot 50, these previous swing lows through there. And price has reacted bullish from this area on numerous occasions. So we're expecting maybe some buying to come back in at that point. But that's not what we're looking at from regards to the live forex strength and weakness tables. We are expecting price to maybe continue lower. Now, key areas of support below this area are the 200 moving average at 90 spot 71 or the key level here at 90. So expecting maybe price to push down towards that level. We also have this nice trend line running through here, which could act as support in the future. Going down into the 8-hour time frame then, very similar to Aussie US dollar, price has broken into new lows. You can see how price is reacting from that 91.50 very accurately, and we're starting to push to the upside. Now I have another level marked out here, which is the 93 handle. You can see that acted as support through here, as well as all through this previous area of consolidation. So if price was to make it back to that 93 handle and sellers were to step into the market, sellers may want to drive prices even lower, back towards the 91 spot 50 handle or even towards the 90 handle. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching this video update. If you are watching this at a later date and are interested in becoming a member and interested in other services that could be available to you, then please head over to www.charlesclifton.co.uk for more information. Here you can see that we have a trial period for £1. Thanks for watching this video, and I look forward to speaking to you soon.